Rumors were circulating rapidly among journalists and fans, and every detail of training seemed to carry an extra weight of expectation. Small movements in discreet meetings drew attention, signaling that something significant was about to happen. For the supporters, every gesture and every word promised to directly influence the club's next clash, keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. As fans discussed among themselves and watched each training movement, a sense of curiosity and suspense hung in the air. Key figures at the club were spotted in brief, discreet conversations, sparking speculation about potential strategies and tactical changes. This unstable, anticipation-filled environment is about more than just results on the pitch. It's about the story unfolding off it. To catch every exclusive detail about Newcastle United, subscribe to the channel and stay up to date with every move of the club. In recent days, rumors began to circulate regarding the relationship between prominent figures in English football and decisions directly affecting the Premier League. Small signs observed by journalists nearby indicate that Newcastle United is keeping a close eye on every move of rivals and former managers who have recently made headlines for notable achievements and controversies at other clubs. Expectations are mounting, as the next clash could bring twists that no one is fully prepared to anticipate. Among these figures, one in particular has attracted attention. A manager who recently took charge of a new club and, despite a record of notable victories, is facing severe criticism from the local supporters. Tensions were evident during a Europa League match, when part of the home crowd was heard expressing their dissatisfaction loudly during a 3-2 defeat. This immediate and intense reaction raised questions about the stability and impact of this manager on his team's performance, creating a narrative that promises significant repercussions for Newcastle United's next fixture. This is where the revelation comes into focus. Eddie Howe, Newcastle United's manager, issued a surprising verdict on Postecoglou, following these tense episodes involving Nottingham Forest's supporters. Ahead of the anticipated clash, Howe made a point of praising his colleague, highlighting not only Postecoglou's winning record but also his authentic approach to managing teams, even under intense pressure. Howe described the manager as exceptional, with a career that includes titles in Australia, Japan, Scotland, and England, emphasizing that he represents a prime opportunity to observe high-level strategies and skills in football. The Newcastle manager emphasized that, although everyone in football is subject to pressure from results, it is crucial to remain true to one's own style of management and leadership. According to Howe, ANG demonstrates authenticity and resilience, qualities that set him apart in the global football scene. We're all subject to the same forces and dictated by results. Howe commented, underlining the importance of maintaining personal and professional consistency even in the face of harsh criticism. This public acknowledgement by Howe fosters mutual respect and highlights the professionalism present behind the scenes in the Premier League. Additionally, Postecoglou's record against Newcastle United adds layers of complexity to the story, although St James Park has not been the most welcoming venue for him. With significant defeats in previous visits, there have been moments of triumph that demonstrate his ability to overcome challenges. The 4-1 victory at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, for example, shows that despite difficulties, Postecoglou can implement effective strategies and adapt his team to different adversities. This historical context heightens the tension and expectation for the next clash, making the encounter unmissable for attentive supporters. Newcastle United, in turn, enters the game as favourites, but not without their own pressures. With only one win in the first 6 league matches, Howe's team urgently needs a positive result to boost morale before the international break. The balance between confidence and urgency makes every training session and tactical decision crucial, reflecting the importance of keeping the fans' attention and the squad's coherence. If you want to follow all detailed analyses, interviews, and behind the scenes of Newcastle, subscribe to the channel and don't miss a thing. The fixture promises even more tension as Newcastle needs to consolidate its position in the Premier League and demonstrate consistency against rivals who have shown potential instability. The anticipation of how Howe will handle the pressure, while observing and commenting on managers like Postecoglou, adds a layer of narrative complexity that captures supporters' attention. Every move, substitution, and strategic decision could redefine the season's course and spark heated debates among fans and analysts alike. As fans prepare for the game, the narrative unfolds with every statement and gesture from Howe and Postecoglou. The setting at the City Ground, combined with the history of clashes and the recent tension between the crowd and the manager, creates an almost cinematic anticipation for the Sunday duel. The atmosphere is charged with emotion and unpredictability, ensuring that every detail, from interviews to partial results, is followed closely by Newcastle supporters. The atmosphere at St James Park and around the City Ground perfectly reflects the mix of tension, expectation, and passion that defines modern football. Every detail of Newcastle United's daily routine, from training sessions to opponent analysis, is observed attentively by fans and analysts. This humanized narrative keeps the audience close, connected, and eager for the outcome, encouraging not just viewing but interaction and channel subscriptions to avoid missing any chapter of this thrilling season. The balance of critique, respect, and expectation creates a unique setting where each game becomes a story and each statement gains significance. Attentive supporters know that the impact of every result, analysis, and decision reverberates far beyond the 90 minutes on the pitch, shaping the narrative of the entire season. With every detail meticulously followed and analyzed, Newcastle fans have the chance to delve into the inner workings of the club and English football as a whole. The narrative built through behind-the-scenes insights, interviews, and matches creates a complete picture that informs, entertains, and maintains curiosity. Subscribing to the channel ensures continuous access to this exclusive content, enhancing the experience of staying connected with the club and the Premier League's most important events. Finally, the game between Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest presents itself not just as a clash of teams but as a key chapter in the season's narrative. The anticipation generated by Howe's comments on Postecoglou, combined with the pressure on the opposing manager and the historical dynamics between the clubs, promises a spectacle full of emotion, strategy, and twists. To avoid missing any detail of this clash and other impactful Newcastle stories, subscribe to the channel now and follow every moment closely.